I keep seeing this argument rage in my comments about the air raid sirens, which is absolutely not the focus of this visit. Who fucking cares about the air raid sirens going off? It could have been for show. But what I'm hearing through all the channels that I operate in is it was one of two things. One, it was likely a security measure to keep people off the streets so that Joe Biden and President Zelensky could walk the streets without a massive amount of crowds, which poses a huge security risk for the Secret Service and the Ukrainian military protecting the two of them when nefarious actors would try to show up. Word would have spread very quickly that Joe Biden is there once he walked outside and people looked out their windows. A lot of people in the Ukrainian space were saying there's some weird stuff going on this morning, the streets are clear, etc. There was AWACS patrolling near the border of Ukraine, Belarus, and the US, and Ukraine. If you don't know what an AWACS is, it's a plane that is highly technical that detects basically everything in the region for air assets. So a lot of activity was taking place and people would have immediately started showing up. So they might have started the air raid sirens for security reasons to keep people off the streets so that Biden and Zelensky could conduct the walk around without a worry of a crowd forming and a potential assassin in that crowd. The other thing I'm hearing coming from the DoD space and the people I know over there, no, I'm not sharing contacts with you of who I know over there, is that from the Ziobrovka airfield in Belarus, 2 MiG-31s were launched because Belarus didn't know what was going on, or they did and was just trolling. When they launched, the US got a hold of them because the AWACS I talked about a second ago detected them and said, hey, this is what's going on. MiG-31s turned around, no issue was had. The problem is previously, Russia has used this same airfield to launch glide bomb and bombing runs into Kyiv, so it's standard protocol for Kyiv to have air raid sirens going off. The US probably recognized and communicated fast enough that it was able to stop any kind of problems, or even if this wasn't even a bombing run, it was just Belarus flying in its own airspace, it's allowed to do that. So out of an abundance of caution, because Kyiv is a large population and obviously people in the government of Ukraine knew Biden was showing up, having the air raid sirens going was probably more of a cautionary thing. But you know what? Even if it was none of that and it was for show, again, who fucking cares? That's not the point here. The point is we signaled as Americans that we are strong back. We have a strong backing for Ukraine. And we're willing to continue to see this through. And already the Russian space, as you can see in my comments, is losing their fucking minds. So all around success here, and who cares about the air raid sirens?